So I always telling y'all to trust your gut feeling. Since I was a little kid, I had a bunch of experiences that I taught myself to trust that shit. I used to go to parties when I was younger, and one day I was at a party, and I was looking on the phone to see what time the bus came. And there was a bus coming in 5 minutes, and there was a bus coming in 15 minutes. I was gonna catch the next bus, the 15-minute bus. I had this weird feeling in my stomach, and I don't know how to say it. It wasn't a voice that spoke to me, but it was like an inner voice. My inner voice was like, you should catch that 5-minute bus. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I was like, whatever, I guess I'll get on the 5-minute bus. I get on the 5-minute bus, and while I'm on the bus, someone calls me, and they're like, yo, where you at? They shooting up the party. And I was like, oh shit, I'm on the bus. Y'all good? Yeah. And so I'm on the bus like, what if I didn't listen to that feeling, that calling? Like, what the fuck would have happened? So the next time I'm at a party and I'm checking the bus, and there's a bus coming in 5 and there's a bus coming in 15, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna wait for that 15. Something in my gut says, nah, nigga, you should catch that 5. And I'm like, nah, this time I'm gonna ignore it and see what happened. As soon as that 5-minute bus went to 0, the door opened. 3 niggas walked in, all black, hoodie, black pants, black shoes, all looking like this. They out here sizing niggas up. Time to go. So nigga, I leave to go to the bus stop, but while I'm waiting for the bus, cause I should have left earlier, I'm sitting at the bus, and there's a group of niggas from the party that are running towards the bus, and amongst these group of people is whoever they were looking for. Nigga, so I got a beeline to another bus stop further down the street to get away from y'all niggas, cause I already know what's up. So now I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I shouldn't ignore it. Years later, I'm walking home from my homie's house. It's like 3 a.m. I'm walking up this main street I normally walk up. And I get to this the side street, and I can go down the back street, man, but I don't ever take the back street. The back street's just dark as fuck. And I get that gut feeling, and it says, go down the back streets. And I'm like, we don't never go down the back streets. Why would I do that? And it was like, go down the back streets. And so I was like, fuck it, I go down the back streets. I'm like, nigga, it's dark out here. So I'm walking down the street, and I get right in front of this house. It's like the third house down the block. And all I hear on the right of me, like directly on the right of me, so the house that's on the other side of this house, if I would have went down the main street, I would have been in front of that house. Directly, I hear pop, 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 pop. And I stop, and I'm like, hey, that's right next to me. Meaning, if I was on that bitch, and I'm just like, hey, would I have died if I didn't fucking listen? Because those gunshots are like directly on the other side of me, nigga. Like, what the fuck? So that was when I solidified, hey, don't ever ignore that whatever that feeling is, don't ignore that shit, because what the fuck? So through many different things like that, scenarios where I used to play with it, that last time was the last time I ever ignored my gut. Well, I didn't ignore my gut feeling. That was the last time, and I solidified that I would never ignore that feeling. If that feeling told me to do something, I would do it, because nigga, what the fuck? What do I do with that? Nah, nigga, they were literally directly on the other side of me. So if I was on that main street, I would have been in front of those bullets. Maybe I wouldn't have got hit. Maybe I would have seen somebody get hit, and maybe some niggas would have been like, oh, nigga, you didn't see shit. You know, like, shit. Nah, bruh, crazy shit. So fast forward probably like 3-4 years. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was doing something, and I got that feeling again, and it said leave Oakland. Like, I wasn't even doing anything. I was just randomly out of nowhere, just leave Oakland. I was like, what? Why? And it was like, leave Oakland. And I was like, am I gonna die if I don't leave? Like, what the fuck? And it was just like, leave Oakland. And I was like, all right. So I figured out how to leave Oakland. So I hit my cousin in Sacramento. He said it was cool if I came down there. Now, I wasn't going to come down here for a couple months because I didn't have no money. So I was going to save up some money and then come down here. The next day, like right after he said I can come out here, or maybe a week later, I forgot how long it was. It wasn't very long. I was driving somewhere and we were at a light and this idiot just rolls back and I can't fucking roll back and like dodge him because there's someone behind me and they're like on my ass. So I have to allow him to roll back and hit me. I hit my horn and shit and he rolled back and hit me. We pull over, he totally knew he was in the wrong. He was like, oh, that was totally my fault, my bad. So we called the insurance, whatever insurance gives me $900. And they say, here, take $900 and go wherever you want to fix the car. Nigga, he only really dented the hood a little bit. Like, it still closes. Nigga, I'm putting that $900 in my pocket. And that's the money I used to come out here to Sacramento. Looking back, I don't think that was coincidence. So obviously something wanted me to leave and was like, here, nigga, here's the money. Get the fuck out of here. Like we said. What? So that's how I ended up in Sacramento. Now, a month after being out here, I started noticing triple-digit numbers on the clock, and I guess they called them angel numbers, and then that just sent me down some shit, and now we're here, and I think I'll just cut it short here and start that video. So this will be the why I'm always speaking about trust your gut, trust that inner feeling. I don't know what the fuck you call that shit. No, I say gut feeling because like you get that tingly feeling around here. And even when like it said go down the back streets, it was like my voice, my thinking voice, but it came from here. It didn't come from my head. Which is why I also believe there's probably something to your solar plexus and this being the center of the soul. There's probably a lot to that. I was supposed to end this damn video, especially because randomly sometimes like I feel a heat and it'll generate from there and it'll like pulse out like that and run through my body like a wave or some shit. And if I breathe a certain way, then it'll pulse every time I breathe. And I don't know, it's an interesting thing. I start getting real hot and I haven't figured out like completely what the fuck that is.